Hello everyone, today's video is different from my usual videos, but it is a very special one. Today you'll be watching an interview that I did of a lawyer in Sierra Leone, and it is going to be a part of a series of videos that I plan to be doing, interviewing important people and showing it to you guys. But I would first like to introduce our guest before we get into the video itself. So our guest for today is Mr. Mohammed Jang Jalloh. Excuse me, I'll be reading from this thing that I wrote, so please. He is a 29-year-old barrister working at Yada Williams and Associates, one of the leading firms in Sierra Leone. He did his junior secondary school, that is JSS 1 to 3, at the Sierra Leone Grammar School from 2002 to 2015. He then moved to the Albert Academy for his senior secondary school education, that is from SS1 to 3, from 2005 to 2008. For his college education, he was first accepted into the Furabe College, University of Sierra Leone from 2008 to 2017. However, he was unable to graduate, so he had to move to the University of Makeni, where he also got acceptance, and he studied law again from 2013 to 2017. During this time, he was an excellent student and he managed to make a name for himself as one of the best students in the university during his time here. This is where he received his law degree and he got acceptance from the Sierra Leone Law School, where he studied from 2018 to 2019. He worked hard and graduated class 2 division 2, and he took the second position for that year. He is now a pupil barrister at the Yada Williams and Associates and continues to work hard to make a way for himself in this life. So as you've heard, he's a very inspirational person, somebody that I look up to, and he was kind enough to call me. He's actually the one that reached out to me and said I could interview him at any time after watching my law tour video. He was so nice. We've been chatting for some time, and he's someone I can learn a lot from. Every day, every conversation that we have, I leave it with something in mind, something to think about. He's been also a great friend of mine. So the interview was okay, even though we didn't have a lot of time. It was short, but the questions were, to my standard, okay. And I just hope that you guys like the video. Make sure to comment what you think, like, and subscribe. And this has been long, so let us just get into the video.
Hi, my name is Mohammed Jang Jalloh, a pupil barrister working at Yada Williams and Associate, and I'm an alumnus of the University of Makeni, class of 2017. Well, I'll divide it into phases actually. So, in between the ages of 8 to 12, I wanted to be an astronaut, but then I realized that I was poor at math. And whilst I was in JSS, I wanted to be a journalist. Like mass comm was my dream, but then everything changed after I passed my WAS. Well, I would say in some way my parents were actually responsible for changing my career path, because when I applied to enter into Fairby College at the time, which was like in 2008, I had already written mass communications, like a bachelor's degree in mass communications on my form, but then my parents were adamant that mass communication was not challenging enough for me. Like I had to find something better, and after a lot of back and forth between my parents and me, then that's when I chose to do the LLB. Like they said I should do the LLB, so I said okay, I'll try it. Currently, I'm a PPL barrister working at the law firms of Yada Williams and Associates. It's one of the leading firms in Sierra Leone. I would say currently that's what I do. I decided my career path after I couldn't succeed at Fairby College. So I went through the full 4 years at Fairby College, but I couldn't graduate. So at the time, I wasn't happy at the fact that I started something and couldn't complete. But then later on, I sat down and reflected on many things and realized that this is what I wanted. Initially, truth be told, I wasn't in love with becoming a lawyer. I didn't want to become a lawyer. But it was only after, when I couldn't succeed, that I realized that I really did wanted to become a lawyer. I would say the experiences are far ranging. I would say one area where I would say my experience comes from is from my home of itself. Apart from the fact that my parents are strict disciplinarians, but one of the things that they've instilled in not only me but my siblings is service. Like, no matter what you do, no matter what you have to serve people. And I do remember when I was interviewed to enter into Fabric College, a question that was asked of me was what was my motivation, and my answer to was to serve. Like, that's one experience. And another one is, I would say, throughout my years of living on this earth, like being a student, being a friend, being a brother, like all the experiences and interactions that I've had with people help to shape the experiences that I use today for my career path. My first roadblock that I would say is the fact that I wasn't allowed to do something that I dreamt of doing, which was mass comm. That's one roadblock. The second roadblock that I met was the fact that I wasn't strong-willed at the time. Like, it was mainly me not being strong-willed, like believing people telling me that I couldn't become a lawyer or I didn't have what it takes to become a lawyer. And also, in another roadblock that I faced, I would say, are people. Like, at times you can become a roadblock for yourself, but people again become roadblock for you. And I was quite unfortunate for some time to meet certain set of persons who really did not do anything to motivate me rather than to just drag me down. Well, as I've said earlier, and I think I'll repeat it now, my parent is one key personal factor. And another personal factor that influenced me in choosing this career path is, the love for the law, the love for the fact that you can influence people's lives through the law, how they are applied, how they are interpreted, and things like that. Well, I would say one skill is not sleeping early, sleeping late and waking up extremely early. But like, a key skill that I do remember from university that I currently use during the job is my research skills. One of the things that I pride myself about is the ability to carry out extensive research on any subject or any material. So that's reflects in the work that I do, because for some people they think that being a legal practitioner is about litigation, but being a legal practitioner is much more than litigation. Being a legal practitioner is about knowing the law, and the only way you can know the law is when you research to know the law. Okay, so my advice that I give students mostly is wide ranging. But one key advice that I always like to give people is no pressure. That's my slogan. No pressure. Like, the course is hectic, that's true. When you go to law school, the hecticness becomes quadruple. But it's no pressure. And what I mean by no pressure, you accept things as they are and you try to move on. Every setback that you come across should not be the thing to hold you back, but it should be a springboard for you to be a better person. Whatever happens to you in the course, whether if it's bad grade, whether if it's the fact that you are just actually stressed out, you need to use those pitfalls as your strength, because if you are not strong mentally, then you cannot be strong in the course. All about this course, or what you see in this course, is not about mainly how many acts you have up there or how many principles of law that you know to your fingertips, but it is dependent on your mindset. So therefore, another advice is mindset. Your mindset must be superb. Your mindset should not be like stuck with like saying I have to be first all the time. That wasn't my mindset when I was a student. My mindset was that I am going to do my best in everything that I'm asked of, and if at the end of the day it is good enough to become an A, then it is an A. If it is good enough to be regarded as a B effort, then it is a B effort. But I've never for once, all through my days at the university, till the Sierra Leone Law School and up till now, never think that, oh, I should always be the best. Rather, my mindset is that I always have to do my best to the best of my abilities. If I could go back, definitely it would be cool to go to space. So if I could go back to when I was a little kid wanting to become an astronaut, definitely yes, I would have loved to go to space. But other than that, if I could go back, I think I would choose it. I would choose studying the law all over again.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
So that was it. That was the end of the interview. It was short and the questions weren't a lot, just 10 questions, but I hope to one day do a part 2 to this and let it be a continuation to these questions. So let me know what you think about this, and if you would like to see more interview videos, and comment who you think I should be interviewing next, people that I can interview. This is the end of the video. Hope you guys liked it. Make sure to comment, subscribe, and like, and I will see you guys in my next video.